Senior kicker Eric Piccione, the Demons kicker and punter last year, a guy who had an excellent season. Not so much the preseason last year. To use a phrase, you got your feet on the ground during the preseason and had a fantastic season. It looks a little different this year. You having a better preseason?
I feel so. I did a lot of work in the off season to better myself this year in any way I could, and I feel like it's paying off.
What about the dual roles? You didn't know for sure coming into camp last year that you were going to be both the kicker and the punter. Obviously, there's still competition there, but how did you adjust during the season to having both roles?
Just making sure that if I was lacking on one side, just making sure that I did the right drills or whatever I needed to do to make sure that I was equally sound on all phases.
All right, the emphasis on special teams during practice is significant here. Talk about that and how you fit into that mix.
I love it. I mean, we work special teams consistently every day in a competitive manner, and a competition breeds success, as Coach says every day. And it helps all of us get better in every way.
Just this Saturday, Morton Anderson was inducted in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. What did that mean to you?
It's we're getting recognition because it's hard to have guys that score the most amount of points out of anyone anywhere and them not get put in. So they're paving the way, and it's nice to know that we're getting the credit that we should get.
Now, Morton had a nickname, the Great Dane. He had a colorful personality. Kickers kind of have a reputation for being a little out there. What about Eric Piccione?
I'm no different. I'm probably just as weird as any other kicker there ever was. So it's kind of fun to mess around, and we are our own breed, so it's kind of fun to just be different.
How do you spend the time during practice that you're not out there on the field doing what you do?
I mean, I spend a considerable amount of time doing stretches and drills and anything I can to better myself, like I said earlier.
Has Coach Mangian ever told you some of the stories of previous kickers and punters and how they spent the time down in another location in the state?
Yeah. I won't get into it, but they're pretty interesting stories, and we'll try to do something like that, but yeah, it probably wouldn't be best to say.